Welcome everyone to the PJ's Cast. I'm your host Pierce. So excited my good pal Jacob and Dylan. How we doing today, boys? We're finally back. Summer's coming to a close. We're getting to that good time of the year where all the sports are going to be playing soon. Hockey's going to be back sooner than we know. I think football's starting up soon. Basketball's going to be starting up as well, and like baseball playoffs are going to be coming here soon. So it's getting to that time of the year where sports are, to me, at the most fun in October. So how we been doing?
Uh, Summer is boring, man. It's hot and there's just nothing. Like, it's great to go outside, but sports wise, it's like if you don't love baseball, it is dead.
Or if you're watching the Summer Olympics.
Okay, the Summer Olympics were pretty cool, but that only happens every like 4 years. We were blessed this year to watch Summer Macintosh, but other than that, God, and there's just no news. Looking at the notes, and it's like, man, 8 things have happened this summer.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah, that's what
recorded a Ray. Sorry, you go, Dylan.
I was like. That's what happens when they all go to their cottage after like the first week of July.
I know. Even in football, man, there's been like 3 things that have happened. And I'm like, can we just get like an ounce of news, please? I'm begging you.
Mhm.
Oh,
But the NHL GMs did come back from their cottage and blessed us with a few trades. But first, before we get into that, the last podcast we did, this news did not break. Um, Oilers hiring Stan Bowman. I
yeah.
don't get it, man. Like I said,
The least
the last
surprising news of all
yeah
time.
yeah. Incredibly disappointing, but not surprising in the least bit. I think I called the Oilers the big winners of the offseason in our last regular podcast. I love the moves they made, and then it's just Jeff Jackson's like, what if we just made all of that worse and made a PR like nightmare?
Nightmare. Yeah.
And they accomplished that. I don't know what they're doing. Like, if we put everything aside, what Stan Bowman like did, all the off ice issues that happened with the Blackhawks, all you have to do is look at his track record. The last 5 years he was with the Blackhawks, from 2016 to 2021. Like, off the top of my head, trading away Teuvo Teravainen to get rid of 1 year of Brian Bickle,
Oh,
trading away Artemi Panarin for Brandon Saad, so on, so forth. Salvaging your future for Seth Jones. It's just all that aside, like why, as
yeah.
the upper ups and with the Oilers management, would you want to hire this guy? But then I look at the Oilers, who they've hired for pretty much then the entire throughout their entire franchise history. I'm like, okay, it makes complete sense. Like, I'm pretty sure Bob Nicholson, who's involved with Hockey Canada, is still there in some capacity. So it's like puzzling, like why would they do this, like destroy all this like goodwill that they have? And it's like, oh, it makes sense, this is hockey culture and this is particularly the Edmonton Oilers. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's Stan Bowman, just like he did with the Blackhawks 15 years ago. He's getting the car keys to like a Lamborghini. Like the Blackhawks were right on the precipice of winning a Stanley Cup in 2010 after they lost to the Red Wings in the conference final, and then obviously the Oilers, I would say, 1 goal away from winning the cup. Very much a cup favorite this year. So I don't I
Yeah.
don't get it.
I mean, you should never say sexual assault aside because obviously
Yeah,
it
that's
happened, but
honestly the
like,
main thing.
yeah, but like
Hmm.
honestly, that aside, he's still a terrible GM. Well, like
Hmm.
Jeff Jackson did so good. I know some people are questioning some of the moves, and obviously they didn't. They ended up losing players because of some of the signings and the lack of trades and all that. But like, he did fine. The draft, I think, was still mediocre. I don't really like trading up for the O'Reilly
Eh.
pick, but like he still was good enough. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. But as soon as you heard Bowman was cleared to come back, you knew someone was going to get him. And it just, Edmonton made way too much sense. And yeah, all the goodwill they had as like any kind of fun team is just kind of like gone.
It's like
Yeah,
that SpongeBob basketball meme. It's like another criminal to Edmonton. It's like,
It's getting sad at this point.
yeah, like they signed, I think, for 10 a new PTO. Like obviously they have a
Yep.
Vander. Like it's just they don't care about any of that stuff, and it's like don't want to spend too long in it. But yeah, like we like
No,
Bowman
I
should-
need to spend time
yeah.
on this real quick. They signed
Mhm,
Jake
yeah.
Fortin into a PTO. What the
Yeah.
fuck is the point
Oh,
of
yeah.
that? That guy has not
I
touched
know.
the ice in 3 years. What are we
Mhm.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
mean, I
that's going to
should
put us
say-
over the top. Help us get that extra goal to win the cup. Fucking morons. Oh, my God.
I should say that was a
Actual
few years ago,
morons.
but yeah, it's still stupid. It's not like as if they did it this.
I
But
thought you meant
anyways,
this offseason.
yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
what
no,
are
no,
we
no,
doing?
no, no.
Yeah, even
No,
so,
the way you-
when they did it back then, it was stupid because it was like everyone knew there was something up, and they still gave them a shot. But just they seem to be attracted to these kind of people, and I don't know. We always joke though, like bad people thrive in sports. They just keep getting chances. So this is just another point to prove that like it doesn't matter what you do or who you are. There's somewhere out there in sports that will take you.
I'm just so glad
Yeah.
we get to surround the best player in the world with actual trash. It's just so much fun.
At least
Like,
they're
I'm just
locked
so
up
glad we did this for
long-term, though.
Crosby.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. There's no contracts that he's gonna have to deal with McDavid and Drysdale in the next couple of years. No.
None
Yeah,
at all.
this definitely isn't a guy who handicapped his team with when last time he had 2 big contracts either. Definitely wasn't the case. Definitely isn't a guy who bridges his secondary players and then loses them when he can't.
And then
pay
trades them for
this-
nothing. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just
This
hashing
Edmonton-
out old.
The
wounds,
biggest
yeah.
winners this offseason have been the Flames somehow, just knowing Edmonton's going to fall apart.
No, the biggest winner is whoever gets Evan Bouchard because that fucker is so getting
Oh.
traded. Like I told this to Pierce as soon as
you're
Bowman got
100%
signed.
right, yeah.
Bouchard's a goner. And it's
Uh-huh.
not even it's not even 100% Bowman's fault because Holland's a dipshit for freaking
Yeah.
bridging him in the first place. But Bowman's just not going to be able to afford this guy when he's up.
No.
Bouchard should be. If I'm Evan Bouchard, I am walking into that room and I'm saying I am not worth a penny less than Darnell Nurse. And if you can't pay me,
easily.
someone else fucking will.
Yeah,
That's just as simple as that.
especially with what defense they're getting right now. He's like either 9.5, 10 million. He's
Oh,
gonna get
easily. Like he
somewhere.
goes to open market like right now. At least
He's getting
$10
$9.
million.
Oh,
yeah.
easily.
Yeah, it's
Especially with his age, right-handed shot, his size, like teams are gonna be spending a lot of money on that. But kind of to wrap up the discussion of like I don't think Stambo like we heard like Sheldon Kennedy be like, oh, he's genuinely worked better, and like I'll
Whatever.
take Sheldon Kennedy at his word with that. But it's just like, does he need to be an NHL general manager? Like, could there be, if he was truly like remorseful for what he did in 2010, like couldn't he be in some kind of role that goes around to youth hockey players and hockey teams around North America to be like, this is what happened and like this is what I'm doing to learn with it, this is what we need to do to create a better culture in hockey? And it's like, no, you're just going back to be an NHL GM. It's like
Mhm.
it's like to me in a way it's like a child like being like, oh, if I do this and I'll get this candy or I'll get this toy. Like that's literally what I was thinking about the entire time. Like I don't think he's really remorseful at all, and it just sucks. There's people that are way more deserving of that job, and the most important thing, like there's people's lives who have been like completely affected by Bowman's actions and really that entire team. So it's tough to see that, but we won't spend too much time on it. I think over the years we've talked about how bad Bowman has been at his actual job and all the off-ice stuff. So I don't think we need to go too much longer on how we feel about this. So he has been busy though. Traded Cody Ceci to San Jose. I think alongside with a third got Ty Emberson.
Yeah.
From what I heard, he played with Knobloch, I think, with the Hartford Wolfpack, who we saw in Charlotte, by the way. So he might get an extended role on the team, especially. Well, I mean, he's pretty much essentially replacing Ceci, and then obviously losing Broberg, losing Holloway to the St. Louis Blues, and then I think they got Colson from Vancouver. What did we think of the moves? I think it's cool that we finally saw a general manager use the offer sheets, and Doug Armstrong even said himself that like it's a good tool even if you're overpaying for Broberg, Holloway. Like we saw the dual offer sheet theory finally put to test. It's like, okay, maybe they'll match just one guy if we overpay for him, but they can't match the other guy. And in the case of the Blues, it worked out that they got both Broberg and Holloway. So what were your guys' thoughts on that?
offer sheets are cool. Honestly, I think there was
Something
a stat, like,
different.
in the last 18 years or 20 years, only 4 have not been matched. And it's like, I mean, everyone knows the Kotkaniemi one just backfired on Carolina so badly. But the only other one besides these two is like Dustin Penner to LA. So funny enough, I think Edmonton has got 3 of the 4 they haven't matched.
If I'm
is
not
them.
mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Oilers tried to offer sheet Thomas Vanek in like
They
2007
did,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones that would have been 4 first going to Buffalo, but they matched it.
Shit.
They matched it because they lost Briere and Drury that offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there's been some really good ones, but recently, like, everyone just stopped doing it. So it's a smart tool. Listen, at some point you have to get over the fact that you guys are friends and like actually try to win. And St. Louis got 2, I don't want to say good, but good potential players for relatively cheap. Except for the fact they gave up another third because reasons.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, hockey makes total sense.
But they're friends. I gotta keep the relationships.
Yeah, you gotta keep that rapport going. The thing that makes those offer sheets so interesting is that they're only 2 years. Normally, when you see an offer sheet, they try to get a little more term. I think that's why this benefits St. Louis more than it would in most cases, because I don't think paying Broberg $4 million is a win in any sense.
No,
but it's only for 2 years. So even if he doesn't like take those steps that he was taking in the playoffs, then you can obviously offload that and go from there. But if it works out, like, hey, you can lock him up for that.
Yeah, you got a good young defenseman.
It's a good gamble for a team that isn't really going anywhere anyway. So if it hits, cool. If it doesn't, it probably benefits them more, for being honest. Because that's a team that probably Doug Armstrong won't say it, but he probably would like a top 10 pick on that team at some point.
Absolutely. Looking at the Blues, looking at their division, I mean, there's still a lot of good players on that team, but I think they just lack like that one.
Are there any great players on that team?
I was going to say, yeah, it's the
Thomas?
one true impact player they really need, especially on that decor, man. Looking at it without Pietrangelo years later, it's just like, yeesh.
It's going to be an all-time blunder thinking Torrey Krug and Justin Falk could replace your captain, but that's just me.
Yeah. And
not to relate it
fall off.
Yeah, not to relate it to something else, though, but it's crazy what happens when you trade your captain after being very successful. Blues have never been the same since then. Not trying to say that's going to happen to the Lightning, but you can't just plug and play in the NHL as much as people think
it doesn't
you can.
necessarily affect the honor. I think it might just be as simple as it affects the vibe sometimes, because like Blues won their first Stanley Cup in franchise history, and you said like who was a great player on the Blues besides maybe Robert Thomas right now, but I even look back to that 2019 team, like I can't say they had like a franchise player. Like they had very good players with like O'Reilly, Tarasenko that helped them win, and obviously a heater. Pietrangelo, and like a heater from Jordan Binnington. Colton Parayko was still like a top 4, borderline top pairing defenseman, but yeah, not that anymore. And honestly, like a great move from Doug Armstrong, who I think is trying to rebuild this, like retool on the fly is such a phrase used a lot in hockey, but almost rarely ever works because it's so hard to. But yeah, taking advantage of a team that has 0 cap space. Like if it was 1 year, the Oilers probably take those contracts, find a way to put Evander Kane on LTIR and make it work. But 2 years, like Draisaitl is up next year. You got to worry about that. You got to worry about McDavid. So that makes total sense for the Blues to do that. And I just looking at the Blues, they have so many long-term contracts. Like obviously that defense with Krug and Falk. Not only that, Nick Leddy and Colton Parayko are locked up so long-term. Like I like their forward. I really like their forward core, but I just don't know how they're going to work around that defense. But you know what? Broberg, if he continues to progress how he did last year, that'll help out Dylan Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway's a nice ad. I don't think he's going to be anything special, but if he hits as a middle 6 player, again, it just add another piece to the core. But they desperately need like that impact first liner besides Thomas or Kyrou to just actually be good again.
Kyrou just needs to find consistency, man. Like I'm telling you, he's good. He's just like he goes through spurts where he looks elite and then he looks invisible. It's like what Nylander was doing those couple years before he took off. So
if he gets consistent and they get one more player, It's a damn good team.
They might have one more player at Minnesota, but he doesn't look like he wants to sign with them, which is pretty funny.
Oh, is that
I think that-
Snuggerud?
Dude, they're not talking about that enough. That dude's going back again to college. That dude should be in the system by now. He
That's
scored
what,
30
you're number
fucking goals
three,
in
right?
college.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
It-
I didn't even. Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't
I think
really
college
heard about
players
that.
are getting a little bit too much power when teams like St. Louis are like, yeah, we can't even sign ours. Sorry, he wants to go play in Tampa.
Couldn't
I
be my
got-
team. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like. I think we talked about this near the draft and how everyone's so paranoid of the Russian factor. I'm like, there's more examples of collegiate players saying, "No, I'm not playing for your team," than there are Russian players. So
I think the real one that kind of awakened it to some people was like Cutter Gauthier not staying in Philly. It's like 5th overall pick. Philly's one of the oldest teams in the NHL, and it's like that just doesn't happen there, and he wouldn't sign. So for whatever reason now, even American teams are starting to lose them. So if Snuggerud doesn't sign in St. Louis, it's like I would stay away from them unless it's like a 1st overall pick kind of scenario until it starts to die down.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean, granted, it's also a case of like, I genuinely think a lot of these teams are getting value when they trade these players. Like, I think
Oh,
Jaeger for
absolutely.
McGrory, we can go into it right now. Jaeger
Yeah.
got traded for
Yeah.
McGrory. I
Mhm.
think that's about as fair of a trade as you're going to find for Rucker McGrory
Good
right
old
now.
one
It was
for one,
16th
old-fashioned
overall
trade.
pick for 14th overall pick in different
And I love
a year
Jaeger.
off.
I think Jaeger.
Yeah.
I think Jaeger could be a fucking damn good 2C if he
Jaeger,
puts it all
yeah,
together.
Jaeger's got a fucking cannon of a shot too. So like,
Guys playing in
Jaeger
Moose Jaw,
bomb.
he
Yeah.
knows
You
he
look
can
at-
play in that area
yeah.
of Canada.
I'm sure Winnipeg would have rather kept McGrory and had him playing this year, but like you said, that it's a trade that didn't hurt them, and Pittsburgh got to benefit. They get a player a year older who's gonna play.
Dude, put McGrory with Malkin. Holy shit.
Oh,
That's
man.
going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
That's going to be so
I
much
know,
fun.
baby.
I think if Philly didn't panic and say, "Hey, we have to get a defenseman," they probably could have got a better trade. I mean, Drysdale still has potential, but he's
Fuck
also
Drysdale.
like he's also like what 23 now. It's getting a little.
He doesn't have his buddy Trevor Zegras with him. How will he go?
I know.
See, I'm not even going to give Drysdale too much shit because it's like the Boquist thing where he just got brought up way too fucking early
got
and they
thrown
let
in the
him
wall.
die in
Yeah.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He got some bad injuries too. Where it's just like I feel for you, man. You shouldn't have been up. But
Yeah,
yeah.
like he was up at 18 and he was like a minus 30. It's like, what, just send him down. It's not going to.
And this was
Anaheim
and
is
this
not
was
a
during
position where
COVID
he.
too. Yeah.
Oh, God. It's
Yeah.
so bad. Like, I get it. Zegras fucking performed as soon as he got to the league. Not everyone is like Zegras.
Yeah, but forwards have such an easier time doing it. I mean, defensemen at 18, unless you're the 1st overall pick, and even then, you probably should not be up.
Owen Power
Dude.
spent 1 year in
Oh,
college.
Power
yeah.
wasn't up. Darlene
And he was an
honestly
overager.
would have
Like, he was a
benefited from a
late
year
October
down. So I'm
birthday.
not.
Darlene
Even-
was fucking cracked. Like, that's different.
He was.
We
He
knew
was
he
playing
was
in
going to be
Sweden
good.
too. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was,
he's
but
playing
even
in the men's
him,
league.
he could have easily stayed down for another year, and it wouldn't have hurt.
And he had
him
40
at all.
points as a rookie.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
He's a goat.
it just goes to show, though. I mean, you look at guys like Hughes and Fox and Makar; all of them weren't up. So, like, just
McClure took a couple.
They all
years.
took a year,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, no.
just don't rush them.
McAvoy took 2 years. McCarr took 2
Mhm.
years. Fox took 2 years. Hughes took 1. No, Hughes took 2 also. Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There's
Yeah, so it's
if
a
all
trend
of
in
them
college
are,
at least.
If all of them are taking 2, I don't know why with Drysdale you couldn't have worked out something to at least take 1 full one. But
Dude, this is the Anaheim thing too, because like look
Mhm.
at Mintyukov. Mintyukov was fucking amazing up until like mid-November, and
Would've
then he
been a
kind of
Calder
hit that rookie
finalist.
wall and just
Yeah.
kept going down because Anaheim didn't know how to fucking
Mhm.
accommodate. Like, granted, they've done a little bit better with Zellweger. Zellweger's just getting looks here and there.
Mhm.
I think they realize that that's their next Cam Fowler, but like,
yeah, but that's all it should be. Like I think the league is trying to go too young, too fast sometimes, and it's just hurting more of these players than it's helping.
100%. It doesn't help that like era of like 2015 to
Oh.
17.
Yeah.
People were just coming up and immediately
Oh,
being
yeah.
impact players. Like that era of hockey was great, but it has affected the next generation of
Oh,
players.
absolutely.
100%.
and COVID too, obviously. Like,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
COVID,
we were,
COVID's affected
like-
3 years of development. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking tough.
like even before McDavid and Matthews in 2015-16, like 2013-14, we still got Nathan McKinnon and
McKinnon.
Aaron Ekblad, Calder Trophy winners, Hart Trophy
Mhm.
winners, and Stanley Cup champions. So
Yeah.
Even Nico Hischier like came into the NHL.
2013 was
just,
Barkov.
yeah.
Well, Barkov had a slow start, but
Mhm.
1 year slow, and then took
Yeah.
the fuck off, like Jack Hughes effect, basically. But like you look at guys like I can guarantee you, we're gonna look back at that 2019 class, and all the guys who are really good didn't come up immediately. Besides Hughes,
No.
100%. Like
Mhm.
look at picks 2 through 6, or no, look at picks 2 through 5. They're all either struggling to find their groove or kind of, or the only one that's starting to find their groove, I think, is Doc. But like Byram's like had his moments to shine. Like hopefully he
He's
can
had a
find his
lot of
groove in
injury
Buffalo.
issues, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Byram's had the
Yeah.
concussion thing. That's a whole nother
Yeah,
animal.
that's hard. But yeah,
Kako is just getting scorned by coaching for 5
Yeah.
years and will never develop. And then Turcotte, like, holy shit, I've never been more wrong about a prospect in my
Yeah.
life. But
then it's funny you say that because the next two guys, Sider didn't come up right away. He looks good.
Stud.
Cousins
pairing
didn't come up
defenseman.
right away, and then Broberg didn't come up. Zegers
finally
did.
good.
Yeah.
He looks.
No, Zegers took a year too.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he was at BU.
Pod Colson
He-
is an anomaly. We don't talk about him. He's shit.
Oh, I meant to
On the
mention this
Oilers
earlier.
now. Yeah.
That you know Stan Bowman's in control now when he's taking on a project
Oh
top
yeah.
10 pick.
Top 10 with exclamation
So bad.
point.
So bad. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Alex Nylander. Holy
Almost-
shit.
Almost all of the NTDB guys. Boldy took a year. Knight took a little
Caulfield took a
bit.
year.
Caulfield.
York
yeah.
took a year. Caulfield.
Dude, York's even good.
yeah.
Like, holy shit.
So just not rushing guys. Hey, kind of works. Pay our
As a side note, that 2019
Thomas
US
Harley.
development program is fucking crazy.
dude, there's some
Oh,
really
And we
good
knew it at the
players.
time, too. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. We all knew it. Each player had just such a dynamic trait that you
Mhm.
could tell they were going to perform. Like, Boldy was just a fucking tank. You had Zegers, who was basically Patrick Kane levels of creativity. Jack Hughes had the whole fucking package. And then Caulfield had that elite shot that got compared to Lionel Messi, which is the funniest shit of all time.
Craig Button.
They just saw a short guy and they went, yeah, okay. This is
Short guy, good at shooting.
Put-
Welcome back,
Put
Lionel
Sting in
Messi.
that. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I
But,
think there's still hope for Doc and maybe Byram, but I think Kako's
They
got to
just need
get
to stay
moved.
healthy. Like it's
Doc's the
it's
health,
like-
man. It's the
Yeah.
health of Doc and Byram.
But yeah,
Ma-
I think if Kako got moved, he would be so much better in a different environment. But they're just like they've basically given up on him. They're like, you're a third line.
Oh,
winger."
they have tanked any
You're a
value
third line, bud.
that was left over. Yeah, like
I still have
Definitely,
hope
yeah.
that Turco could be something in the middle six for LA. But it's like, man, talk about a
no,
guy
it's
not living up to potential at all.
It's been 5
He's
years.
gonna be a
man,
bottom
since he's
six
been
forward.
drafted.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, and another name you mentioned, Jacob, that Thomas Harley. He was like, what pick was he? He was like mid-teens,
18.
right? That's crazy. And
Yeah,
they got, like, a
He was
dollar
picked
grant.
high at the time,
Yeah.
too. I remember that.
And then their owner was like, Harley Thomas. Oh, excuse me.
Flip the
Thomas
card.
Harley.
Hmm?
Yeah.
It's funny too
Dude.
because after that, there's a string of picks that are like very disappointing. Lassie Thompson has not really done much in Ottawa.
Ottawa moment.
Philly, I mean, you want to talk about a team that can't develop anybody? It's Winnipeg. Philly Hinola just. I
Why
don't know,
was he
like,
up as an 18-year-old? Like, still don't
Again.
understand that.
Yeah, that too.
Sam Poulin looks like he's lost all of his love in
Mid.
Pittsburgh. Tobias Bjornfoot is on like his third team now.
Oh.
Stanley Cup champion. Stanley Cup champion.
Fair.
Was he with Vegas?
No, he's with Florida this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him
think-
holding the cup. I was like, no shit.
I think
Because I
Simone
know he was
Holmstrom
with
has
Vegas
actually
for a bit.
played
I'm like,
games for the
is he on the
Islanders, but I'm
team?
No,
not sure.
Holmstrom was good this year for the Isles. He was
Yeah.
like a 40-point player. He's gonna be.
Rare
He actually might be
Islanders,
something.
Good pick. That's
Thomasino
crazy.
was good. McMichaels looked pretty
Dude.
good.
Tomasino's underrated
Yeah.
as fuck.
But, like-
Same with McMichael.
Nolan Foote, Ryan Suzuki, Braden Tracy, just a run of players who just.
Oh,
But it's okay. Shane Pinto was the first pick in the second round, and he's the next Bergeron, guys.
wouldn't trade him in a
What
Jack
happened to
Eichel
Wrigley
trade,
Greene,
that's for
guys?
sure.
Oh my God! Right after him, it's Arthur Kaliev, another guy who doesn't want to
Hey,
sign.
hey, can you read me who was picked at number 44?
Jamison Reese.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure you need
What pick was
43 for
Vlasic?
Alex Vlasic.
Oh, it was
but
43. I thought it was 44. Damn. I was trying to be all
Yeah.
cool. Like,
Alex
ooh,
Vlasic,
yeah.
Niels Hoglander at 40. There's some good
Vlasic's
players.
another good example. It took him 4 years.
Yeah, just
Sometimes
don't
it just
rush
takes
players. And
Sometimes you just gotta take a presidential term to figure it out in hockey. You know.
listen, not every prospect has to be up right away. I think teams should realize that. Just let Trump get out of office and bring your players up, and it's going to be good.
Holy shit. All right, guys. 48th president is when I expect Artem Levchinov to be elite. Let's go, guys. Get excited.
That's how I'm referring to
Guys,
these.
we gotta wait till Kamala's second term before.
Guys, he's a project, all right? He's a project. He's not going to be ready till the 50th president. You just have to accept that. Oh, my God. Guy who fucking analyzes prospects by presidential terms.
Oh man!
God,
And it reminds me of people where like when we can get into this, I suppose now, like the Line A trade, and they're like, "Oh, this is what Montreal's getting." It's like for real showing Line A highlights from the Obama administration. I love when that happens.
dude, they actually were though. That's the crazy part. I don't know about you, but this gives me chills. Fucking goal from 2016. Like holy shit,
Bro,
dude.
they had Reed on the jersey still. Be for real, man.
God. They're gonna have the ultimate big boy line.
I think it's still a good trade for the Habs, but like, man, you talk about a guy who has to A, stay healthy, and B, like stay clean. You just don't. There's so many questions. But if he goes back to being Line, goddamn, is it a good trade?
They don't even need him to be line A. They just need him to get 50 points, and everyone's gonna fucking cream themselves. Like no one's gonna care.
Yeah, you got
Like
what?
this is the first. Jacob, get excited. This is the first team with 2 50 goal scorers that have never scored 50 goals. Get excited.
Oh man,
Hell,
can't wait!
one of them
can't wait
hasn't
to
even
watch
scored
him in
30.
Caulfield. It's gonna be great.
God, this is what I get for speaking Bedard and Line A into existence. I gotta watch the fucking cheap knockoff replica of it now. This is ridiculous. But
Yeah, Soldier Boy, you're just a cheap fucking knockoff.
well, like they're gonna have the ultimate no effort line with him and Josh Anderson if they could fucking
my
get
God.
a no effort center. Doc takes a night off. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, they both came from Columbus to Montreal. It's perfect.
God, that team is something. That's for
Pure
sure.
Love Dubois
Although,
is
like,
just like that should have been me, not him.
obviously, the easiest solution is you go Slavkovsky, Doc, and Line A and just say, figure it out. And I bet they would, because how the fuck is anyone going to guard that under 6 foot?
Yeah,
Even though none of them play
I
defense.
don't do that.
yeah.
Excuse me. But
You're in my way. I will crush check you now.
but also, like, the fact that Columbus had to pay to get rid of Line A.
Yeah, I at first I thought it was a second and Harris for Line. I'm like, okay, but then when you see it's Line
That's what I
and a
thought.
second for Harris, I was like, oh,
that's what it was?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was
What?
kind of like, was kind of pissed. I was like, I wish my team would have
Hang
took a
on.
swing on
Team
that.
should have been all over that. Why didn't San Jose do that? Oh, but we'll take Cody Cece.
Why didn't Chicago
idiots.
do it?
Cody Cece and Jake Wallman, but we can't take
Kyle Davidson blew his load on Craig Smith, dude. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's right. And
Hey, it pissed me off too because the Sabres have $9 million cap space and they desperately need a top 6 winger. And I'm like, guys, he makes under 9. They got a second, but unfortunately, Buffalo saw it as a cap dump, so they're not allowed to do that.
Jacob, you don't know the power of top 6 Sam Lafferty. It's gonna change your life. I'm
God,
telling
dude,
you.
I will actually, I have to watch Sam Lafferty and fucking Jason Zucker in the top 6. I will kill myself.
Oh, Zucker's definitely gonna be in the top 6. Just prepare for that, buddy.
I already know it. They're demoting Zach Benson
gonna
to
be-
the third line.
Hey, don't worry, you have Brian
Terrible.
McLeod too.
Oh my god! Like, what is that team doing? Let's talk about the Sabres. Fuck the Habs. I don't need to talk about them.
Yeah.
Oh man,
We'll talk
dude,
about the
they
more
are-
interesting Atlanta team. In earnest, Jacob, what do you think about the Sabres this offseason? I need to hear everything.
Thoughts on Beck Malenstein?
I just want to preface this and say I love Consta Hellenis. Seems like a great kid.
I'm glad you finally turned around.
Sam Dickinson went 10th or 11th. We could have had him.
Oh yeah, that's right. They traded back. Damn.
Yeah,
You muted your mic, Jacob.
he's mudded.
He's muted. Still muted, Jacob.
Still mudded.
Yeah.
He
Here
turned
we
so
go.
bad they fucking silenced him. This is crazy.
Kevin Adams just like that's
They
enough for
silenced him again.
you.
Oh my God. Kevin Adams will not let him talk about this trade. Holy
No,
shit.
it's him. It's like It's like that meme of like all the snipers. It's like Kevin Adams, and it's like the Pagulas behind him. It's like you better not.
And then it's Beck Malenstein holding all of them hostage.
And Sam
You will
Lafferty
talk
all
good
behind
about
him.
me.
Sam
Oh,
Lafferty
Lafferty's
becomes Agent
Lafferty's gonna
47.
protect Jacob because he's just that kind of guy.
He's a real one. He's Agent 47, bald agent. Anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
Jacob,
Sorry,
your mic is
sorry.
still not working, bud. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Jacob's struggling out here, bro.
Yeah.
No!
He's just like, oh no,
died.
that sucks. I can't. Yeah. Oh no, that sucks. I can't talk about the Sabres now. Guess we'll just have to move on.
Guess we'll just have
Yeah.
to end the podcast, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Guess we
Yeah,
can't
thank you
talk
guys
about
for
Nico
tuning in.
Bale today.
Oh, God.
Dude, they had
That's
like the
it.
most. They traded back Malenstein for a second. Like, I don't get that. I need Jacob to
Yeah.
come back and give his anger on
Alright,
that because my
alright.
anger on it's.
Okay, I've been
Oh,
unsilenced.
He's been unsilenced by the liberal
they've
media.
lost-
Get
they've
excited.
lost the privileges. They can't silence me now.
And you muted yourself again.
Oh my God! Kevin Adams, leave him alone.
This is probably horrible radio, but this will be so funny to watch, I think.
I can't believe Big Sabres took control of my fucking.
This is insane. I can't believe they keep doing this.
What's the Troll Sabres account? The one where like copies that Leaf account.
Editor and Saber,
Editor
baby.
and
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
took over.
They won't let me speak. Oh,
Oh,
Okay, you're
God.
good now.
okay, so I'm not going to say his name, but the left-handed defenseman that went to San Jose. But don't worry, we got the second-round pick that we turned into a fourth liner. Perfect.
Oh my God.
And then we signed Obey Kubel and Sam Lafferty, so we have the greatest fourth line.
One good move so far. Let's go. One good move.
I don't even know which one it is.
Excuse you. You know exactly which one it is.
Yeah, it's
Don't be
Nicholas-
like Spence. Don't be like Spence.
No, dude. Lafferty's going to be a perfectly fine fourth liner. I'm not mad at that one.
Yeah,
Even Obey
that's what he
Kubel,
is.
I'm not
And he's
pissed
a
at,
damn
but
good one.
Giving up the second for a
I'm not
fourth
even
liner
mad at that.
just still doesn't make sense. I don't hate the McLeod acquisition. I hate what we gave up, but
Yeah.
at least he's a young third line center I can live with. But that's your only forward improve. And we got rid of Skinner. So you have a
Oh,
worse
yeah.
top six. Your bottom
Bottom
six
out,
is
too.
better. I don't know. I don't expect Jason Zucker to really fix anything there. The D core is the exact same. So you're hoping Byram is better, but if he's not, it's two guys. And your backup goalie is James Reimer in the year 2024. So
Well, they have a third option. They just don't want to rush him.
well, I mean, yeah, I understand that, but like, if you were gonna get a backup, can you not get like a homophobe?
Kevin Lankinen's still on the market. Like, you could've
Dude,
just
I
let
will
him.
never forget James Reimer ducking out of the way of a puck when it was batted out of the air at him. So like, that's
Imagine ducking away from a Tim Stutzel puck. That's crazy.
For real, the one good
That's
thing
the
Sabres
backup.
have
I don't
done-
know. And then you look at the teams in the division. It's like, I don't know if Detroit got better. They brought back Kane. They got Tarasenko. Like, maybe they're the same. The Habs got better easily. And Ottawa will finally put it together in the next
And
presidential.
finish at
term.
6 points. Let's go. Summer
Uh,
of Steve is on. Isn't that
What
who
did they
the name
even
is?
do? Oh, yeah, Olmark. That's what they did.
They got rid of Chikrin. So, hey, there.
Yeah, that's right.
And they
For
got
a
Nick
third. What a
Jensen,
fucking.
baby.
It's just the bottom four teams in the Atlantic are like, man, those other four teams are getting older. Too bad all of us are fucking stupid.
Yeah, too bad none of us know how to capitalize on that.
Yeah,
Too bad
Detroit's
we're
just
just going to
like,
let Boston reload again.
Yeah.
yeah, Boston, just take your time. We're all going to get older and stupider. But yeah, I don't know. This offseason reeked of a GM who like desperately had to do something and then made like maybe two good moves. And one of them's questionable because you might have gave up your best prospect for him. And is that really, is
God.
that really worth it?
I just remembered they traded Savoy for him. That's so stupid.
Like,
I'm sorry,
I mean,
dude.
they still have a loaded prospect pool, so like I can't
Yeah.
hate, but also at the same time, if you're not going to move them for impact players or bring them up, like there's no room for a player now.
Just go get fucking McGroarty if that's the case. Like, literally, that fixes this whole
That
problem.
would've
Like, nothing
Like,
against Ryan
a vote
McLeod.
For McGroarty? Oh,
Dude,
Yeah,
they could've-
and everyone would have been like, okay, I see it.
They
Yeah.
could have. I mean, apparently they've tried to do stuff. They tried to get Line, but they wouldn't. They wanted Columbus to eat. They tried to get Natchez, but he wouldn't sign. They tried to get Ehlers, but
Natchez
he
is a
wouldn't.
pussy.
They tried to get Ehlers, but he wouldn't extend. I understand, but at some point you kind of have to like take your risk, or you're just gonna perpetually be whatever, like not a playoff team.
That's not a risk, though. That's a Bowman move, man. That's a fucking Bowman move.
Especially for a GM who like should be on the hot seat. It's like just do something that's not safe, but that's not gonna happen.
It's
I
really
would have gone
sticking
for
with
at
me-
least a roster, like a good roster player, like a veteran. But
It's really
Yeah.
sticking with me what Dylan said about how like all the rest of the Atlantic got better, and then Boston's just like reloading now. Like that's crazy. We're allowing Boston to continue to do this.
they can't keep getting away with this,
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
The rest of the Atlantic says yes, they can.
I'm still upset because I know Jonas Corposalo is going to figure it out in fucking Ottawa, and
100%.
Allmark's going to be
Boston.
shit, and everyone's going to be like, "How did they do this?" And it's like, "Yeah, well, it's Boston."
No, but then Olmark's gonna go to like the Kraken and be really good. So then we can just say Ottawa sucks.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 100% right. It's like Philip Gustafson. He'll have his one.
Actually,
year
I
in
lied.
San Diego.
Olmark's gonna have to stay in the Atlantic. He needs to collect all the Infinity Stones. He's got 3 right now.
He can go to Detroit. I think Alex Lyon's almost up.
They need another goalie. They have like 4 goalies right now.
They have Jack Campbell, guys. Get excited.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I meant to bottom out.
They have Cam Talbot as well. Welcome back, Edmonton Oilers.
Jesus Christ, dude! That team. Yeah, they just suck.
Yeah, we need to talk about Detroit because they still haven't signed their RFAs either.
Ooh,
Yeah?
good point.
That's a good- that's a
Neither is
good-
Boston.
Yeah.
They got rid of Allmark, and they're like, "Hey, Swayman, take $4. I know you're the only one
I
here.
only
so
have 3.
you have no left. But just like, here's $6. That's our final offer."
Take it
No
over.
trade protection.
Yeah. I don't know what they're waiting for. Oh, I can't go to cap friendly. I'm so sad. It's about to be like, I'll look at their cap space. Just kidding. Thanks,
You gotta
Washington.
go to Puckpedia for that.
Yeah, I will kill myself.
Thanks, Obama.
Austin.
I can't believe the Liberals got rid of Cap Friendly.
Can't believe the Liberals got cap friendly in the divorce.
Oh my God!
They got
Washington
custody
deserves
of
to be in-
Cap Friendly.
Washington deserves to be like 10th last in the league just because of that. Honestly, especially
Yeah.
the moves they made. Like, I need PLD to be his best 40-point self ever.
I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently it's 8.6 million in cap space is what Boston currently has.
Literally, just give Swayman 8 times 8. Stop dicking around.
Be worth it. Give him what Saros got, and it'd be worth it. He's younger than Saros.
It's probably why he wants more. I bet it's like trade
That's
protection
true.
that's holding it up. Or Swayman
Yeah.
maybe just wants the bridge. I don't know. Maybe he sees he could be a $10 million goalie down the line.
I mean,
That's
yeah, if there's a
bold.
goalie that can bet on himself, it's him.
Yeah, at least he is young, and now he'll be. And Boston's defense is still good, but
And Boston's now going to get fucking. Boston
that's
did
a
this to
Toro
themselves, low
contract.
key, but that's just my opinion. Like, Swayman's got all the control right now.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this in this negotiation.
Like, at least unlike Nashville, who were like, "Hey, Askarov, you're the goalie of the future. We promise we won't extend Saros." Haha, just kidding.
We're gonna give him 64 million.
At least they got rid of Allmark, but now it's like, well, now you have no leverage. You should have signed him beforehand. But hey, man,
These-
it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah,
It'd be crazy when him
Boston's
and
going to figure that
McAvoy
one
are
out.
Blackhawks.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, to be fair, Detroit should too. Don't they have like 19 million in cap space? 17.
Okay, $19 million in cap space. Who
Like
wants
you
it?
could
Who
give
wants it?
both. You give both Raymond and Sider 8.5 by 8. I don't know if they'd take it, but you could and still be under the cap.
I'm not paying Cider that.
Yeah.
And I'm
I don't know what to
probably
do
not
with
paying-
either.
Bridge.
Yay.
Glad I don't. That's not my team.
Me when I'm in construction.
Bridge.
Me when I need to build across a big area of water.
Like Raymond had 72 and 82. His analytics were like, okay. I don't know. Is he worth 8? maybe.
How about you see if Sider can be a real defenseman and stop gluing him to Ben Sherratt? Because, like, I'd be pissed if I was Sider. Because, yeah, he should be
Dude,
worth
this,
8.5,
this
but he's not.
decor is hilarious because it's like Cider, good, Sherratt, Hall, Nada, Petrie. No offense, Jeff Petrie, you are
Ew.
36. I'm expecting to
Eric
fall off
Gustafson,
this
baby. Woo!
Let's go!
Welcome back, 28-19 Blackhawks. Get excited,
He's
guys.
try-
This is so much fun.
He's trying to collect all the original 6 stones. All he needs to go is go to Boston now. I'm pretty
Cider's
sure.
23, Edvinson's 21, and then it's 33, 32, 30, 36, 32. Dude, this decor is old. And then they have Husso, Talbot, and Alex Lyon as their goalies.
And don't forget Jack Campbell, baby.
Oh, Jack Campbell's the backup. Let's go. Or the fucking AHL goalie. Have fun. Have fun, Kosa. You no longer get a spot in the minors. Oh, God.
Fucking Kosa. Ugh. Yeah, Detroit
Oh, yeah,
is just
and
the
Kosa,
definition
too,
of they're going to
yeah.
run out of spots.
Yeah.
They're kind of like LA, but without making the playoffs and being good. It's like, oh, you have this good prospect pool, and you're kind of just like, oh, but none of them are good.
Yeah.
You're kind of like LA, except you're just ass, you know?
Yeah,
It's just-
you're worse. Yeah.
You keep drafting the same type of player. It's like, do you really need Marco Kasper, Nate Danielson, and Michael Brandside Nygaard? It's like,
Should've been
they
No,
just do
they
the
didn't.
same
'Cause I wanted Michael Burns at Nygaard. Some bullshit.
Oh, as soon as they as like I heard that, like that's the most Detroit pick ever.
thing. Yeah.
Yep, they're all going to be mid on their third line in 5 years. Get excited.
It'd be the greatest third line of all time.
No, but
Well,
it's
they-
also stupid. Like, you're right, Jacob, because they're drafting 2 centers, and where the hell are those centers going to play when they're NHL ready? Because you signed Andrew Comp for 7 years and JT Comper for 5. Granted,
And-
Comper can play wing, but it's...
And you still have Dylan Larkin.
Yep.
I mean, that's good.
Well, I didn't mention Larkin because he's like he's always the 1C. I don't think that's ever
Yeah.
going to change.
You have Michael Rasmussen for 4 years. You have Joe
Rasmussen,
Veleno for another 2. Like, have fun, guys. Learn how to play wing.
Everyone's going to play fucking 40 games. It's
They
gonna be
also
awesome.
still have I don't know how to say it. Berggren, Jonathan Berggren's
Jonathan
also
Berggren,
He's good.
he's still an RFA.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing there
that's
either.
another RFA.
Stevie Y, come back from the cottage. The kids need you.
Yeah,
Another RFA to Steve Eiserman.
yeah. This is I look at their team and it's like Larkin's nice. DeBrinket's really good. Then it's like Kopp, Comfer, Tarasenko, and Kane.
Yeah, it's a team that's either going to
Yeah.
squeak into a wild card or they're going
They're
to be
just
the
gonna
same
finish.
spot they've
gonna
been the
finish
last 2
tenth in
years.
the East again.
It's not even their fault either. Like, I feel like if they were out west, they'd probably make the playoffs, but they're in the Atlantic.
Yeah, the Atlantic is just stacked. It's okay.
Mhm.
This is the year Tampa and Boston fall off. I promise you.
Tampa.
It's the 5th year in a row we've said this.
Tampa, I agree with. Boston, I don't think's falling off anytime soon.
Oh no,
We
it's just the
we
hope at
had
this point.
we had on someone who covers the Bruins. Her name was Lauren Cowell. I remember we were talking like if they were gonna fall off, like it would have happened already. Like I think they're
Oh,
just gonna be good
absolutely.
forever now. Yeah, like if they were to fall off, it would have been within the last couple of years, especially last year.
Yep.
We talked about this guy earlier too. What's Dallas going to do with Thomas Harley? Is that a bridge?
Probably sign him to a stupid good contract and be like, oh god.
They only have
Dallas
6
didn't do it
million.
again.
Does he take a 6x6? Probably
Well,
not.
if they get him for that, that's still.
How many years are left
deal.
on Ben's contract?
Ben's got 1.
Sign him to
You think
sign him
what
to a
9.5?
Yeah, Ben's got 9.5. Essa Lindell's got 6 for 1 year. So I mean, if you bridge him, you can easily sign. Well, actually, Jake Ottinger's only got a year left too. So
That's why I'm saying you give him a 2-year bridge so he and Ottinger
Yeah.
are up the same offseason. You do 2 times like 3.5, like what Bouchard and Miller did. Or do the
Mhm.
Miller extension. Miller's was like 2 times 3.9 or something.
yeah,
Just do that. Then you have him locked up. And then if he
Mhm.
goes crazy, you give him a 6 times whatever.
How many years
Yeah.
does Sagan
Because-
have left?
5, dude, or 4.
3.
Oh,
Holy
okay.
shit, I remember when he signed that
I
fucking
know.
contract.
I was
That's
still
crazy.
in freaking. I remember I was in class when I saw that contract.
Oh.
Sagan's
I was
got
at Outback.
3. Ugh. Marchman still has 2. and Robertson's got 2. So if you bridge Harley for 2 years, you got to sign him and Robertson in the same year. If you bridge Harley,
This is the problem, though. You can't bridge everyone.
So Robertson's up in 2, Stankoven's up in 2, Johnston's up in Johnston's up in 1.
Johnson and
And
Ottinger up the same
Ottinger's up
offseason.
in
Have
1.
fun.
Oh,
Have
man.
fun.
Yeah, maybe they do 3 years then, but
Jamie
that-
Ben, get ready to learn 975 with $3 million in bonuses, buddy. Holy shit.
Probably with Florida.
of course, every old washed up player to Florida so they can turn it around and make me
Or the
upset.
Rangers.
Yeah, but they don't turn it around on the Rangers. They just get worse.
That's true.
Thank you, Blake.
Jamie
Wheeler.
Ben just screams Vegas Golden Knight.
Oh,
You
Him with Eichel.
imagine having to play Jamie Benn and Mark Stone.
dude, they're gonna play like 20 games. The LTIR is gonna.
Yeah, I was like, slap Stone in the back and tell Ben to go down. He'll just never do it.
And what the last one's? Oh, it's Carolina. It's Jarvis. They got 6.4. I guess you're bridging Jarvis.
I would never bridge Jarvis, but hey,
Wow.
they're gonna have to now.
Yeah, because they've.
Jarvis,
I
Jarvis,
forgot
man.
they signed Natchez. I thought he was still an RFA.
No,
Yeah, they
signed for
bridged
2
him.
years.
So he's
They
2
signed
years.
him to free agency.
Yeah. 2 years till he's a UFA. They don't really have any immediate money coming off the. Well, actually, they do have Dmitry Orlov, but he makes. I can't believe he makes
Oh no,
7.75.
they'll have to get Nikisha to cover him to spot. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, they got 10 million coming off the books between him and Anderson next year. So I guess and Burns, so 15. So I guess you give him like a 2-year bridge, unless he takes 6x6. But I also don't think he's stupid.
Replacing Burns and freaking Orlov with Nikishin and fucking
Morrow.
Morrow.
Morrow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hate this team so much.
Don't worry, they're not going to be able to score goals this year.
Correct.
Yeah, unfortunately, the same thing will happen to them in the playoffs. That happens every year.
Dude, name their top 6 forwards. It's Sveshnikov, it's Aho, it's Jarvis, and then who else?
No table because we
Natchez.
I already, yeah. Oh, yeah, Natchez was one.
already said that.
Jordan
Name a
Stahl.
woman. Name a Carolina Hurricane.
Jordan Stahl.
Third liner, Kotkaniemi, mid.
Should have been
Martin.
bought out, but
Like
I'm not
Kotkin-
counting
they're-
Martin as a
they're
top,
top-
6 forward.
their top 6 paid forwards are Aho, Svech, Natchez, Kotkaniemi, Martinuk, Stahl. 3 of them aren't top 6 players.
Let's
Then
go.
their next 6 players are Jack Roslovic, decent third liner, Jesper Fast, who's probably dead,
Mid.
William Carrier is a
He's dead.
4th liner, Jack Drury's a 3rd liner. Maybe they think Bradley Nadeau is going to step into the top 6, but he's also 19.
right away though, like
Yeah, dude, they're missing something. It's okay. They have Sabres legends Eric Robinson and Tyson Jones. Get excited.
Oh, we're so back. We're so.
Dude, that team is confusing.
Their defense is still pretty good. I'm pretty sure they signed what's his face, Sean Walker, to like a 6.
They got Walker and Goss to spare, and
Yeah.
both of them combined make less than Dmitry Orlov. I hate this team. They make 6.8.
Yeah, it's the same problem. They can't score freaking goals.
Who's the guy? Oh yeah, shout out. Was it Nashville who signed Brady Shea to like fucking infinite money?
7 times 7? That is
What a contract!
so crazy. That is insane.
And who got Pesci? Was it New Jersey?
Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
Was that like 5x5 or something? Or fucking
I think it
Who's
was
playing
6
on the
times
third
6.
pair on that right side? You throwing Nemec on the third pair forever? Like, holy crap.
oh yeah, no, that's the goal apparently. Like you finally got
Is
rid of Marino, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's Pesci.
Yeah, I still don't get that, but
This is the exact thing I told Pierce when Nemec got drafted. It's just like he's never going to have time to play on the right side. This is when they had Severson and Marino. Now they just fucking replaced it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's New
I-
Jersey. Who cares? They deserve
If
this.
it was me, I'd want my second overall pick to get good minutes. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, it's so funny looking at the right side, and it's like, man, Nemec, you're never getting a shot. And you look at the left side, and it's like, Luke Hughes, you're already better than Brendan Dillon and Jonas Siegenthaler. Have fun.
So which one of those defensemen are they going to be like? Can you play left side? Is it Pesci? Or is it Hamilton?
It's probably gonna be Nemec. Let's be honest. Hamilton makes too much money. He'll just be like, sorry, I only play on the right side.
I feel like Hamilton's played the left side though, hasn't he?
Where?
I don't fucking know.
Carolina, he was on the right. Fuck Calgary. I don't even know if he played. He was at a museum. Maybe in Boston, but I also don't. That was like a
That's where it
decade
all
ago.
started with him.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Pretty sure Dougie Hamilton is like part of the Phil Kessel trade.
He was, yeah. It was
Crazy.
Phil Kessel for Sagan and Hamilton's picks. Good job, Toronto.
Mm.
Hey, speaking of the
Of the what?
The liberal
They muted
media
you again,
silenced him
Jacob.
again. This is
Damn.
insane.
He was like, okay, speaking of that, let's get back to the Saber.
Kevin Adams is like, I can't even take the chance, dude. Can't even take
We
the
cannot
chance.
risk this. You're still muted, Jacob.
yeah, you get to hear about.
Oh, you're good now.
Oh,
What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say talking about RFAs who did sign, but then as soon as I said Matt Beniers, it got cut off. Apparently, people don't like that contract. I think 7x7 is good for him.
I know he had a down
It's
year, but like, even if you view Beniers as a second line center, like with
7
the
million.
cap
I
going up
mean,
7 times 7
yeah.
is nothing. That's crazy.
it's a lot better than
I
whatever
like
they
that
gave Chandler
contract.
Stevenson.
Yeah, that's another crazy contract that happened. I really wanted him on the Hawks just so I could get a Stevenson jersey. You know it is, Jacob. Was she?
Oh no, I absolutely understand, but that's not for that contract.
Not at 7 years, no.
Yeah.
I would have even done like 3-4 years at like 6.5. But yeah,
Dude, they have the funniest forward core because it's like Beniers, good, and then it's like 30-year-old Stevenson at 6 million, 32-year-old Schwartz at 5.5, 30-year-old Burakovsky at 5.5, 30-year-old Bjorkstrand at 5.5, 32-year-old Gord at 5.
Bjorkstrand was good last year.
28-year-old
McCann
Jared
was
McCann at 5,
underrated.
34-year-old Jordan Everly, 32-year-old Tanev. Why is this team so old?
Now I'm kind of starting to see why they drafted Berkeley Cannon, even though I wanted them to get a defenseman.
Yeah, like Shane Wright, Beniers, Ty Cart are like their. Oh, I guess Eli Tolman. Are their
Dude, they
only
have good
forwards.
prospects. So they got Redkoff, they
They
got
have
Burkus,
ton.
they got they're loaded.
Oh yeah, Furcus,
Chalet.
Goyette, Chalet. Yeah, they definitely have the players. It's just all these guys are signed for like multiple years, except for Yanni Gord.
Get excited. But those are the easiest players to trade at the deadline.
True.
If we're being honest.
You know somebody's gonna.
Who
take...
needs a second line winger? Vegas.
Yeah, you know Vegas at the deadline is picking up 2 of these players.
Vegas is licking their chops looking at Jordan Everly right now.
Oh, also shout out Seattle for having exactly $4,000 in cap space.
Nice.
Just great work.
Not
I think
as
the
much
thing
money
that-
as me, but
I think what concerns me more with Seattle is that they chose Dan fucking Bilesma as their next head coach. Why do they keep going back in time picking guys? They had picked Hackstall the first time, who hasn't been good since 2018. Now they're picking a guy who hasn't been good since what, 2013? Like, come on.
Hasn't been good
Jacob,
since
you
he
wouldn't
had
know anything
literally
about that,
the
would
best
you?
player in the league at the time. Oh wow, Biles,
Yeah, Jacob,
congratulations! You
thoughts
had
on
Crosby.
Bilesma?
Oh, he's fucking terrible. That's a dude who does not have a system. It's just like his team was basically Crosby and Malkin go score.
That's pretty
Every
good. That's pretty
every Edmonton coach who's like, hey
Honestly,
guys,
that's pretty
just
good
McDavid,
system.
can you bail us out, please?
good. McDavid's like, yes, Dad, I will.
Yes.
okay.
5 points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how anyone doesn't like the Beniers contract. He scored a lot his first season, and then his second season he didn't, but his defense was incredible. If he just balances out, he'll be worth it easily.
Dude, he's a 60-point Selkie
Mhm.
contender.
Mhm.
That's a
You're
win.
happy.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Brock Faber. And like, sorry, Minnesota, I really hope he does not work out. If I have to see one more Brock Faber was better than Bedard comment, I might fucking.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir.
Well, no, Jacob,
bud.
don't you get it? They're not being serious. It's supposed to be funny.
It's so
No,
funny.
Like, there's nothing funny about it. You guys are just
Yeah.
annoying at this point. Guys, it's so funny. We're gonna say Bedard Faber's better, but we're not serious. Don't worry, guys.
We're not serious,
Like,
we
whatever.
promise. But we really
Whatever,
are.
dude, just fucking watch your player, and we'll watch ours. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude, this is another team with so many young players that could be fun to watch.
Yeah,
And then,
fuck Minnesota, bro. I
And then
can't- I
Zach
can't stand
Bogosian on their decor
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
for some.
That's the
and
real needle mover.
They still got Marc-Andre Fleury. Get excited.
Somehow they still have
Yeah.
Kakko. They still have
It's gonna
freaking
be good,
Gustafson too. I thought he was gonna get
Yeah.
traded.
Yeah, well,
Who would have ever predicted that Philip Gustafson wouldn't be a 932 again? That's crazy. I would have never guessed that.
who would have predicted that both Wallstedt and Askarov would have to ask for trades to actually play in the NHL? Crazy.
Wallstedt trade out of my division. Wallstedt trade out of my division. Come on.
Either
Yeah, you're
us
gonna
or
lose-
out of here. Out of the
Both of those
division.
teams, both of those goalies were in your division, and now it's like, sorry, the best young goalie in the division's actually on Chicago.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Dude, Marc-Andre Fleury's the best young
Marc-Andre
goalie.
Fleury, best young goalie. Let's go.
Let's go, get excited.
Actually, it's Mrazek and Brossois, even though they're both like 30.
No, it's hold on, wait, what's his name? Hold on, I'll remember it. Drew Comessa.
It's Hoffer. Let's
And
go.
Adam Guyan. Let's
I
go.
direct like it's Drew something.
Get excited for Drew Comessa, guys. He's so getting an NHL look next year when someone dies.
Yo, that'd be crazy if that happened.
Oh, I think that's it for RFAs, right? You talked about all the ones
That's
that didn't
a-
sign.
Yeah, those are the ones that kind of come to mind.
Those are the good
Are the
ones.
who aren't yeah, the good ones who haven't signed and have signed. We
Yeah.
haven't talked about this though. We're talking about goalies. Do we want to talk about the Askarov trade to San Jose?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
think-
huh?
I think Nashville got. I mean, they should have traded him earlier, obviously, but I think they got like
They got a
at
pretty
least
decent return.
decent.
If
I mean,
they're
they have three
contending, they have
first-round
3
picks.
first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I don't know if they have cap space to do anything after giving fucking $50 million to players who are old as shit. But hey, and they still
They
don't
might
have.
win a playoff round.
Hey, speaking of RFAs, they still got to sign Tomasino and Parson, and so have
Mid
fun,
and
Nashville.
mid. Just kidding. Tomasino's going to bridge, and Parsons like $1 million. That's just a fucking.
Yeah.
He's trying to get every bang for his buck, which I
But,
admire.
yeah, they don't have any contracts to move, so like, have fun at the deadline adding shit.
Yup.
Oh my god,
Not going to be
dude.
good.
That why do they have they have two buyouts and 2 retains.
Oh, their buyouts are crazy. It's like
Duchesne,
Kyle Turris and
5.5.
Matt Duchesne for another decade.
Ryan Johansson, they still have $4 million. Kyle Turris is 2, and for whatever reason,
Well, they're trying to
retained
terminate his
Ekholm.
contract, by the way, Ryan Johansson.
Oh man,
Philadelphia.
yeah, they're a very confusing team, but hey, I like getting. I like it for both teams. San Jose gets the goalie of the future. They basically turned the Hurdle.
And you'll get playing
Acquisition.
time there.
Yeah, they basically turned the Hurdle acquisition into
Hurdle to
Askarov, which
yeah.
is incredibly good. But Nashville gets a first to play with, and they get a guy who shouldn't have been drafted in the first round
But have been traded twice.
at the age of 19.
Poor David Edstrom, man.
He doesn't deserve this, but like it is kind of funny.
I still think
Yeah.
he's playing over in Sweden, so it probably doesn't matter that much. It's not like he's playing in the AHL. It's like, oh, I got him in fucking cities again. So
Yeah, he's like,
Okay.
dude,
yeah.
I just bought a house in fucking San Jose. I was gonna play with the Barracuda.
Well, that's on him for buying a house as a fucking prospect.
Yeah.
But
Barracuda.
Yeah,
it's a good little core they're building in San Jose. They just need more defensemen. That's really
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is. They got Dickinson, but
That helps out.
they need more than just him. And right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be that deep of a defenseman class, but every year there's always teams that are going to overdraft. And
There's
it feels
always
like
one
this is
that
going to be
rises
one of
up.
those teams.
or a
Well,
team.
Hensler will probably be the
Yeah.
one this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, if they're
Or
bottom.
Schaefer.
I was gonna say Schaefer looks decent. There's also that like American kid who's fucking huge.
Hensler. That's what I was talking
No,
about.
there's another one. I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, the one that's like 6'7" or whatever.
Fuck.
All I know is I want the Blackhawks to draft.
he was at
Roger
the
McQueen.
Helenka. I remember seeing him, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this guy's gonna go so high. He's definitely jumping."
The defenseman?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Oh, Blake Fiddler.
Yeah. Seattle Kraken legend Blake Fiddler and Sheet League. Get excited, guys.
Yeah, he's 6'5" right now, so he's going. Oh, and then there's also Calgary Flames legend Hunter Bruschwitz's brother.
Yeah, Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Except he had 6 points in 52 games last year, so
He's just big.
Oh, so he sucks. Anyways.
he sucks.
Oh, but
Sorry,
he's
kid.
big. Oh, never mind. He's getting drafted in the top 10.
Give him a 7-year deal, guys.
We're gonna break the CBA rules to get him 7 years out of his CLC.
7x7 right out of the draft. Get excited.
Crazy. Yeah, if the Hawks are getting first over with Higgins, I want them to get Roger McQueen. I mean, dude is 6'6", I think. Plays
He's a fucking
in
tank.
plays for the Brandon Wheat Kings, dude. Like, it sounds like he should be starring in 50s and 60s movies, and he's just playing hockey. Crazy.
I got a couple guys I like in this upcoming draft. Starting with
Also, Frundell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Victor Eklund, I've looked at some. Yeah, there's gonna be some guys for the Blackhawks at the top.
Jordan Gavin's the one I want with Toronto's pick.
Yeah. Which team is going to benefit from Ivan Rybkin?
The
falling?
Blackhawks.
Because he's a
The
fly.
Blackhawks.
Don't worry. Right now they have him going 5th to Montreal.
Oh my god! Leave me alone.
History repeats itself.
I need Ivan Demidov to fucking put Montreal over the coals for 3 years. I need that. Sorry, I'm not signing till I'm 24.
Need that. Be here for that.
Yeah, Kobe.
I think we touched on everything pretty much. Touched on
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touched on the Oilers, what they've done, their stupidity. Talked about all the trades that happened, all the signings that have happened and haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
And in the next few weeks, I think we'll get more clarity. We'll start to see some training camp, like preseason and then a regular season, and then we'll be underway. And then we'll be so excited the first few games. And when we get to November, December, to be like, oh, what the hell are we doing? And same with January, February. They'll be like, oh, it's spring. And yeah, that's how it goes.
Breaking guy breaks down the calendar.
Yeah. Let's go through 4 years of it.
4 more. 4 more. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Pierre Dorian
right.
trying to fucking fight for an extension.
The Senators giving Pierre Maguire a job.
Ah!
I forgot about that.
All right, gents, we got any closing notes, or I think we can end this off.
No closing notes.
Yeah, I got nothing, dude. I need something fun to happen in the next week before I lose my mind.
There's been a few trades happening, but yeah, we need actual.
I need something
Time for
big out
JJ
of
Paterka
nowhere.
to be a Blackhawk.
Dude, the
For
JJ
Sam
Paterka
Rizzo,
for
let's go.
Lucas Reichel one's gonna be crazy.
No, it's you put him on the
No.
same team, dumbass. You're getting like Jason Dickinson.
Oh, and I
No,
can't
not
wait.
Jason Dickinson.
Dude, Dickinson,
You're just gonna start crying.
Dickinson and
Bro,
Laughing
sorry, I would.
together is gonna be crazy.
No.
Kirsten was tweaking so much his camera fucked up.
Oh,
That would be like that'd be like the falling of my Roman Empire. It's like we got Bedard, we got all this good prospects, and it's like Jason Dickinson traded to Buffalo. It's like
Oh,
Sam
man.
Lafferty.
No!
how could they do this to you?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna trade Peter Mrazek, and Pierce is gonna be like the second tower has been hit.
The second
That'll be my
tower has been hit.
13th reason. Yeah, I'll be like in work and like a coworker will come up, sir. Mrazek has been traded.
Sir, Mrazek is a Golden Knight. No!
How could they do this to us?
Oh,
Yeah, it's funny because there was a bunch of Oiler fans who were trying to say like, oh, we should just get Peterka. It probably wouldn't cost much, and he's German like Draisaitl. I was like, I don't think you guys understand how that works. Just
he's German like Draisaitl.
he's German like Draisaitl, so like we'll get him for like really cheap. It's like I don't
got
think
more of a
that's
chance of Draisaitl being a Saber than fucking Peterka being a fucking.
it's like, hey guys, I know we
Oiler.
have like one Slovakian or Slovenian. We should just get Anze Kopitar. Like, he definitely wants to be here.
Norwegian on the team. Let's get Matt Zuccarello.
Norwegian on the team. Guy from Denmark.
Oh.
Welcome back, Nikolai Ehlers.
All right. Can you tell it's late August and yeah, not much is happening.
Nothing's going on. We
But
got to
let's-
make up fake trades.
Yeah, honestly, voices in my head. That's great. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to this podcast. It was a lovely time with you, gentlemen. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. We're doing this pretty early in the morning, which is unusual, but nice start to the day. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcast or Amazon Podcast, give us a 5-star rating, leave us a good review. If you don't, I'll cry. And same thing with YouTube. Subscribe,
Every
hit the
Tim.
notification bell. Like this if you cry every Tim. And also hit the like button. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Gents, Dylan, Jacob, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we shall talk another time. Peace out, y'all.